And why is that sitting here like that? Sitting here like that. Okay. Okay. Finally got it. Oh, yes. Frickin' A, man. Swear to goodness. So, let's see, which camera are we on? This one right here, right? All right. Hello, Munchie Mafia. Guess what? Oh, that's the main. Hi, Munchie Mafia. I'm looking at the wrong camera. We've got 2 of 4 cameras set up. Don't need the other ones right now because it's running late and we're not actually using the stove. So I've got my Waring Pro deep fryer. This thing is slick. It took me like a half hour to find all the pieces for it, but I found it. Yay. In good old Wreck-It Ralph style. All right, I've got a problem. Houston, I've got a problem. I need another extension cord. Sorry. As always, not prepared. So who do we have in chat? Let's see here. We got Tiger, Oyster, Maine, Derek. Hello. So some shout outs. We've got Derek from the Food Boat in the house. This is actually dedicated to him. Sorry, I have nothing for you to eat, sweetheart. Nothing. It's an extension cord. Do you want me to plug it in? Anyway, so Derek from the Food Boat. And then there's also Mason Hiffner. I didn't get a chance to make a comment about his last stream, his last live stream, so you're going to have to go check it out. His 13-year-old son caught a 7-foot shark. I don't remember what kind of shark it was, but so if you go and watch it, let me know. Just leave me a message in the comments or something that, hey, it's this, because I don't remember. Can you plug that in for me? What do you plug in? I don't. The food processor. Anyway. Then we also have Polish Cha-Cha Fishing. That's Mike. He'll probably show up sooner or later. And then we also have Andy from the Menorcan Mullet. Today he did a really, really, really gorgeous video of some drone footage. It was really cool. He's doing great with that drone. And then there's Alfred Montaner. I forgot to mention that he went to Germany to do some lives of the boat show out there. Now it was pretty cool. I'm still trying to get through all that. And Derek had a really cool one. It was a premiere this morning of one of the chefs that he had at the Charleston Boat Show, Fred Newville. Yeah, Newville. And that was cool. You actually get to learn how to cut a sheep's head into fillets. So anyway, back to all of this. How are we all doing? Oh, there's Mason. Hello, Mason. And he also caught a really, really cool one, like the first 5 minutes after he went live. Mason did. His son's was way later in the evening. One of their friends had got his leg cut open or something while they were trying to wrestle with this shark. And they do catch and release, so they're not like killing it for sport or anything like that. Hi, John SS. Anyway, so we are making cannolis, and this is a special request from Derek of the Food Boat. He happens to love cannolis, and I happen to love making cannolis. So we start off with a food processor. unless you want to mix it by hand because you don't have a food processor, we're going to add 2 cups of flour to this. Tap, 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 tap. Yay. And then, oh, it's in the fridge. That's right. There you are. And then we have 2 tablespoons of butter, and it's all cut up into little chunks, little tiny chunks. And we're just going to add it to that. Now, I'm sorry, this is going to be really loud. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on there. This time I'm actually putting it together properly. Last time it was, I wish you could see this cat. This is a 30-pound cat that's sitting next to me watching. Hopefully he doesn't try to eat one of the electrical cords. Okay, so this is going to be a little loud. And thank goodness for a spare base. The old one is still sitting there. I got to go and dispose of that. Okay, so what we're looking for is crumblies in here. We got crumblies in there. So now we're going to add 1 egg yolk, but we're not going to get rid of the egg white because we're going to use the egg white in a little bit. Actually, in quite a... Oh, you piece of garbage. Why'd you do that to me? Oh. All right, scrape the rest of it in there. Frickin' eggs. Okay. Let's get rid of these. Don't need those. Put those in the sinky sink. And then we're going to take a ½ cup of Marsala wine. If you don't have Marsala, you can use white wine, but it's not going to taste as good. And also you could, if you don't want to use wine at all, you can use like white grape juice. But it kind of defeats the purpose of having cannolis if you do that. So, all right, so now we've added that to the crumblies, and we're going to hit we also want to add sugar. Sugar. I forgot the sugar. Huh. To forget something, right? Hi, Viper. Thank you for coming. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It's now the end of the weekend. Time just flies. So next week is Super Bowl Sunday. So we're probably not going to shoot one on Sunday. What I'll do is I'll probably just, pre-record something and run it as a premiere after the football game. So that, because I'm sure that everybody's going to be too busy with the football that they're not going to want to watch me be a dork on camera. So. Yes, main girl, this butter has to be cold. That's why it wasn't sitting on the table and was sitting in the fridge. Okay, so now we got that all ready to go. And now all I need to do is just get my little bowl thing there. Now, there is a little bit of mixing involved, but the food processor at least helps to combine it all together so you're not feeling like your wrists are going to die. I'm old, so it's like I already have wrist problems. hand problems, finger problems, back problems, feet problems, short-term memory loss, etc., etc. So, okay, let's put this away. This is my pastry case, by the way, and it's not as pretty as my culinary case. Not everything is in my pastry case because there's just not enough room for everything. So we're just going to scrape everything in there into the bowl. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And probably want to move the camera to the other, or maybe not. I don't know. I forgot to get rid of that. Stick that over there. Okay, so now we're just going to mix this all together, get it all combined. I decided against bringing down my my pasta maker. I think we're going to save the pasta maker thing for another time. Make some pasta. I love making pasta. That's like a labor of love right there. And there's just something just so good about fresh pasta. Okay. So now we got that. And this is, let's just put it out. Just turn it out right there. Get my knife out of the way. Ding. Everybody drink. Shots. So the air's a little dry in my house right now because we haven't had any rain in the last few days. So things are going to be a little on the dry side with this one. But that's okay. We're going to need to put this one in the fridge to let it relax for about an hour, or just make it and store it overnight. It's usually can go for 2 or 3 days in refrigeration before it starts to get all weird. You know, when I say weird, it starts to turn a little on the gray side, and then it doesn't want to do as it's told. It'll do as it's told. It's going to get the hose again. Okay. Put my plastic wrap. Why would I do that? Why would I put that back in there? Oh, come on. Really desperately need a kitchen remodel. Half my cupboards don't even open unless I pull on them really hard. And one time one of the handles came off and I ended up basically falling on my fat butt, which kind of sucked. Plastic wrap. Yeah, definitely need a 12-year-old for this. Reminder to self, next time I go to Costco, get some more plastic wrap. All right, so plastic wrap that mofo. Get rid of this. So I can't. Oh wait, I already have cling wrap in there. Okay, so now we got that going. Put that in the fridge. And we're going to just give that just a few minutes. A few more minutes. Let's see here. Let me move my stuff out of the way. I don't need that anymore either. Probably need that. So the ingredients that we need for the beautiful filling is ricotta cheese. And it's been sitting triple wrapped in cheesecloth, sitting in a strainer, and sitting on top of a bowl. And we want to make sure that this is really, really, really drained well, or else it gets a little on the soupy side. So just flippy, 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 pressy, pressy, pressy. Don't press too hard, or else you end up with ricotta coming out of the cheesecloth, because no matter how many times you wrap it, it's gonna just extrude right out of those little holes. So anyway, figured I'd just come over here and take a gander, see what y'all are up to. And yeah, friggin' plastic wrap. That's right, mean girl. Stupid stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did Derek end up getting put in the penalty box? That's not good. So see, we got two cameras going, one pointed directly down and one looking right at me. Hi, Purple. Yes, you finally caught me live. Oh, yeah. So, yes, I see it's fixed, Captain Brian. Penalty box. Okay. So, by way of magic, that's sitting in there. So we're gonna get another bowl. Sorry about the noise. Gonna get really loud here for a moment. All right. So now what we're going to do next is we've got a bunch of ingredients here. So we're going to take this little thing. We're going to unwrap it. Unwrap the present. Demummify it. Whatever you want to call it. We're going to take that and we're going to dump that right in there. So that's garbage. Get this out of the way. Now we have a little bit more. God, why am I making so much noise? This is really kind of irritating. Okay, so, oh, I need a whisk. All right, so we got a whisk. Now, there's all sorts of different ways that you can actually make the ricotta filling. You could put all sorts of things in there. You could put like espresso powder in it. You could do other things like some crushed nuts, etc., etc. You can also put liqueurs in it. So if you wanted to use like have it more of an orangey flavor, what I would do is I would microplane some orange zest. I forgot to pick up oranges. Yes, Dakota, I forgot something. So you could do that. You could add Grand Marnier instead of the Marsala, which this is about a tablespoon of Marsala, I think. No, I'm sorry. This is vanilla. But instead of vanilla, you could do like Grand Marnier. Or you can do Marsala instead of the vanilla. It just depends on how you want it flavored. If you want it more citrus forward, I would just skip the vanilla completely and go with Grand Marnier or something else. We got cinnamon and nutmeg. It's about a teaspoon each. Or actually, I'm sorry, teaspoon and a half of the cinnamon and a half teaspoon of the nutmeg. Nutmeg just kind of gives it a little bit of a different depth of flavor. I don't like just going with straight cinnamon. Get out of there, Dory. You're not going to go and eat the kitty roca. No kitty roca for you, girl. Okay, so what I did was I took some dried cherries, and you get these where you find the craisins, and I chopped them all up. I'm going to actually add that to it. Then a half cup of heavy cream. And then we're just going to really mix the living crap out of this. Where did my sugar go? Oh, yeah. You also want to add sugar to it. So we're going to put about 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar in it. Oopsie, what on earth was that? This will also help to really get it nice and stiff. Oh, I said stiff. Get your mind out of the gutter there, Viper. Okay, 1/4. 2/4. 3/4. It's somewhere thereabouts. You can use less if you want. All right, so now we're going to just mix this together. All right, there we have it. You can also add chocolate chips to it if you want, or you could just put them on the outside, or you could put them on the outside and put some on the inside. So about half cup of the mini ones. If you can find the little chocolate curls, I would do that instead. Now we're gonna use a pastry bag. So one of the ways that you find out whether or not you're going to be able to fix that through, let's see, is get one of the big tips. I've got a bigger one in here. Where'd it go? Maybe underneath. Stay. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's right. It got put in the wrong one. Oh, that's one of the balloon ones. Shoot. There it is. Oh, yeah, there we go. Big bore. Okay, so now we've got these. So the way that you find out whether or not it's going to fit is you take a piece of your cherry that's all chopped up and a chocolate chip and just drop it right through. If it falls right through, it's going to fit. So we're going to use the big bore one. This is a Tico number 808. This one is a 805, also a Tico. And that's the best brand of tips. I mean, the Wilton ones are okay, but I just find that they're just way more expensive. And let's be realistic here. Chefs really don't make as much money as a lot of people think they do, and that's the wrong size. Hold on one second. Go over here to my backup box. Let's see. Is it in this one? No, not that one. All right. I've got another container somewhere around here with my big bags. But I don't know where they're at. So I guess we're just going to have to use the smaller one. We'll just have to refill it a bunch of times. Unless they're, let's see. Wait. No. No, that's enough. Okay. So, how are we doing so far, guys? Doing okay? All right. Now, this has got to go on the inside, so we got to figure out where to cut it. Yeah, and sometimes it's better to have to cut more than once than have to throw the bag away because you cut a hole too big. So, see that right there? Doesn't quite make it. Oh, it was close. Oh, well. I'm fired. Okay. There we go. Now, get another spatty spat. Fold it over. Hold it open. There's also these really cool little pastry bag stands where you can just line up a whole bunch of pastry bags and they just stay wide open for you, so you're not having to, you end up getting it all over your fingers, and the next thing you know you're wearing half of it. So, just like that. Yay! Shaky, shaky, shaky. And just like so. And we're going to give it a test. Oh, yeah, it comes out great. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside for right now. Now, I don't know why I grabbed that bowl. Anyway, so let's see here. A wonderful rolling pin. Down. All right, let's see here. They are. I want the other ones. I don't even know why these are. So, oh my God, I need a bigger box. Okay, need a bigger boat. All right, so depending on the type of nuts that you like, you can also add nuts directly into it, or you could just put it on the outside. I like to put them on the outside because Timmy's not all that fond of nuts, even though these ones are chopped up really good. These ones are hazelnuts. Those are my favorites besides pecans or pecans, however way you want to say it. I'm sure somebody's going to say, no, you're not saying it right, Civvy. Come on. Pecan. No, it's pecan. Who cares? It's a nut. All right, so clearing off this. And I already sanitized it before starting. So what we're going to do with the egg white is we are going to use that to seal the edges. So we're going to put a little bit of this on there. This is just flour. I always keep a little bowl of flour right there. And so now we got this. 1 hour has passed yet not. So a pre-made one so that we didn't have to wait around for an hour. You guys would get bored and leave otherwise. So what I like to do is I like to break off a little piece at a time and go back in and wrap it up so it doesn't dry out, or else it's just going to be like all sorts of nonsense. So we're going to take this and we're going to flatten it out. This is a French rolling pin. I actually have a lot of rolling pins, but I really like these ones. And if you don't have a rolling pin, but you have a wine bottle, you can also use a wine bottle. Take a label off first. Okay, so now we're just going to roll it out. And also, if it seems to have dried out, you can just get a little dish, get a splash of very cold water, and just go doot, doot, doot. Just flick. Now, this can be a real pain in the butt, especially if you have like torn rotator cuff or just arthritis in your elbow and shoulders or anything like that. So if you have a KitchenAid or a pasta maker, you can use that. I'm not going to judge you. I probably should have brought mine down. It's upstairs in my office. And like I said, you know, the humidity is just really poor in my house right now. So oh, crap. It's upside down. So these are dough cutters. I got all sorts of different sizes. I haven't seen my cannoli forms in a while. Take a looky. These are made by Fox Run. I've had these forever. I keep them in the box just so they don't roll out all over the place. And there's 4 to a box. These are actually really good. If you don't want to go out and buy those, what you could do is if you have a wire whisk or even a wooden dowel, just cut up a bunch of wooden dowels and make sure that they're untreated. And treat them with some mineral oil, food grade. Okay, so let's see here. Trying to visualize here. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna use that one, not the biggest one. Here's those little buggers. So you want to get this like as in the thickness of pie crust, as if you were going to make a pie. Man. Yeah, can we turn the furnace off for a moment? It's really jacking the humidity. Take a look and see how we're doing. Yeah, that's still a little thick. So the reason why you want to let it relax in the fridge and chill up a little bit is so that it can form properly for you, and it relaxes the dough. Because if you just try to make it straight out of the mixer, what happens is that when you go to roll it, it's going to be sticking all over everything, and you're going to be crying. Long time ago, I learned my lesson the hard way on pies. Was up all night making pies that we were donating to one of the houseless shelters and for the unhoused. Okay, so they could have a nice holiday dessert, and I was up all night long working on these little miniature pies, and I didn't want to wait for the dough to chill, and it was just sticking all over the place. But then again, I didn't have a this beautiful stainless steel prep table back then. All right. All right, so now we're going to set that aside. Throw a towel over it. What's wrong? Winnie did? Okay. There's another one. Yeah, it's a little too big. A little too thick. So just go through, fix it, restamp it. All right. So when you're using a deep fryer, or when you're deep frying these things, you don't want to overcrowd it. You're only going to want to do about 3 at a time, maybe 4 at a time. Actually, this is a fairly good sized deep fryer. I'm pretty lucky in that regard that, I got this one instead of one of those Fry Daddies. When it's got more surface area, you can actually do a little bit more. So we're just going to go in and kind of ball this one up. Whoops. Okay, so we're just going to do 3 for right now. So the temperature is 350 degrees. So you're going to want to double check on the type of oil that you're using, because you don't want to go above the smoke point. So, but you need 350 degrees. This is canola oil. I was like looking at peanut oil prices at the store the other day, and I was like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. $15 for a gallon of peanut oil. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to roll it. And we're going to take a little bit of the egg white that we have. Oh, this feels like snot. I hate the feeling of snot. Anybody that's raised small children knows what that feeling of snot feels like. So then now we're going to just pinch it together right there like so. Set that one right there. Yeah, John, these can't be done in air fryer. They just don't work out the same. The texture is all goofy. It just doesn't have that nice crispy texture that it's supposed to have. Now, with deep fryers, you want to be careful because these cannoli forms are a little on the heavy side, so you want to make sure you don't just drop them in there. You want to pick up the basket and then put them in there and then gently lower it in there. Okay, whoops, not tight enough. All right, so now we got that. You want to just pinch the seam a little bit just to make sure that they stick. Okay, so no, not drop it like it's hot. Maybe something else, but not in the deep fryer, because that's how you end up with really bad burns. So now I'm just going to set that there like so. And we're going to just lay them down nice and gently so we don't splash ourselves. And then we're going to just drop it in there. It usually takes about 3 minutes or so. I probably put too much oil in there, but it's okay. The stream would go until tomorrow morning. Oh, yeah, with your burner. Yeah. Actually, this is electric, so it would have been okay. This is the one I was telling you about that you need for these sort of things, for these little demo events. Now, here's the fun part, is you can actually turn these into a savory application by using goat cheese, heavy cream, no sugar, and then little flakes of whatever smoked fish, dill, tarragon, parsley, chive, a little bit of hot sauce, some Worcestershire, and then you just mix it all together and just fill them up in now they're savory cannolis. I've done that before. Those are really good. Oh my God, stop. No, seriously, dude. I'll tell you what, when the weather warms up more consistently so that I can actually go outside and babysit a smoker, I will smoke up some salmon, and I'll make the smoked salmon savory cannolis. Or I could just give you the recipe and you can make it on your live. That would be fun. Yes, or you could do a buffalo cannoli. Yes, absolutely, main girl. If you do the goat cheese and or cream cheese and some ricotta, and actually I would just do the goat cheese and ricotta, I'd probably do like a 3-to-1 ratio of ricotta to goat cheese and then a little bit of heavy cream. You could then add blue cheese crumbles if you like blue cheese crumbles, and maybe some little bits of roasted celery, and then your chicken, and then Frank's Red Hot. And that would be kind of cool. I mean, just be creative, That's what cooking's all about. You cook with love. You just kind of sometimes make shit up as you go, and it's okay. I think that y'all would have a lot of fun with that. So here we are. We've got golden brown and delicious. So what we're going to want to do, those aside make a lot of noise. I think that was like worth 4 shots. So anyway, we're going to take them out, drain the oil out, put them on some paper towels on a heat-friendly pan of some sort, like my baking pan. And then we're just going to let them sit and be happy for a little while. Can you see those? Let's see here. Just like so. They're so pretty. So pretty. And no blowouts this time. So I'm just going to go on. Hi, Sophie. How you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you today. And hi, Bo. I'm sorry I didn't see you pop in there. And David, I didn't see you pop in either. Goodness gracious. I'm slacking. I think I need to be taken out back and spanked. But then again, I might like that a little bit. Been kind of in a mood all day today. I was like, my doctor was kind of insinuating maybe I might have ADHD. I said no, we don't need any more added to the alphabet. So she dropped it right away because I don't need to be medicated. Just don't need to be medicated. Not that there's anything wrong with being medicated, but I just don't like it. Okay, so let's go with that one. Let's see how thick that is. That's a little on the thick side. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit more of a roll. It's a little bit easier for me to do it this way because I've got mold. I'll just say that I'm just old and things creak and crack and pop and just easier. Towel. So I like to do little chunks at a time. Normally you would just roll this all out into a big sheet, but let's. All right. I don't want to suffer. Now, when it comes to deep fryer safety, you always want to make sure that you're not dropping something wet in there, like water, like water or ice cubes. Used to be a thing where that was a running joke. Pitch an ice cube into the fryer and walk away. You end up with oil all over the place. But also, if you have pets like we do, you want to make sure that when you unplug it, to completely move the cord completely away and let it cool off someplace safe where they are not going to jump up and fry a paw or what have you. So always unplug it completely and tuck the cord away. This one has a magnetic attached cord, so I have to do just tug it just ever so slightly and it'll come undone and it completely comes off the back. And I'll just put the lid on it and wait for it to cool off and filter it for the next time. Then I'm going to fry something, which I think is Friday. We're going to do fish and chips. And it's okay to reuse your fryer oil. It's like when you think about, if you've never worked in a restaurant before, that fryer oil sits in that fryer for a while. As long as you just filter it out with paper filter, you could actually reuse your oil a few times. But I would not go the other way around where if I make fish and chips in this oil, I'm not going to want to reuse that for like a dessert or something because we don't really want fishy desserts. So when Donut Day comes along, we're going to change the oil because I think Donut Day is Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure exactly. Just depends on the schedules, how things go. But now that we got camera things all fixed up and going nice and going our way finally, geez, I was like, F my life. This is annoying. This is going to make me want to binge drink. And I'm not much of a drinker, so it was really frustrating me. So now I have to take my laptop and play around and back it up about a month on the restore and see if maybe I can wipe out those stupid phantom drivers that's screwing things up. Because that's what happened is that Timmy just got a new laptop because when the ceiling broke in the media room, his laptop was sitting on a coffee table and water dripped down into his laptop, and despite our best efforts of letting it dry out with the battery yanked out and letting it sit and dry out for a week, Yeah, so hasta la vista laptop, but he needed a new one anyway because his was really old. I don't even think it even has an HDMI plug on it. So he needs it for work. So yeah, we ended up having to get a new laptop for him, which is fine because I'm sure that insurance is going to cover that, even if it's a 12-year-old laptop. So this should make 12, but I'm not going to force you guys at gunpoint to stay and watch me make 12 of these things. Just for the simple sake of, sure you all have other things better to do than, people can only watch cooking for so long before they start to get bored. So I guess Sunday is like a big day for the bigger YouTube channels to go live and do premieres and whatnot. So probably have a bunch of people drop off. I'm actually quite surprised we have 20 people in here. I'm really, really appreciating all the love you guys are showing me. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this, that's water. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this was maybe I could back off some of my workload, because chefs, we work really long hours. I was doing 60, 70 hours a week, coming home and barely able to get my feet out of the shoes. A couple times I've had to cut a sock off because my feet were so swollen from being on my feet all day and whatnot. So I was thinking, well, maybe I can cut back on my hours a little bit, do my own thing, and find my love for food again, because I was starting to really kind of lose it there for a bit. This last job that I was at, because I didn't feel supported. Okay, so that's the next 3. We're going to drop those little babies in there. Hi, Andy. All right, I'm gonna take this. Did we get more Ziploc bags? That's 1/4 gallon, 1 gallon. Okay. Just don't want to deal with plastic wrap. Oh, we got a loser. I didn't seal that one. Well, anyway, so I guess that's going to be a great example of why you want to make sure that your seams are pushed together, really pressed in tightly, because what happens is that you end up with something else that does. Oh shit! I lost 2. Crikey! Oh, I lost all 3. Huh. No. Well, I guess we're gonna have 3. There's only 2 of us, so. All right. Close this up for a second. Move it away. Food boat sticker. The other one says 86, my will to live. And it's got something on it. I don't know what the hell that is. It looks like a peanut. Where the hell did that come from? I haven't had peanuts in the house in a long time. No. No. Shit. I don't know. I don't know where I put it. Anyway. So Well, I lost all three of these. These were all victims of stupidity. But they're still going to taste great because, well, they're cannolis. So I'm going to turn this off. Goodness, that thing really creates a lot of heat. Okay, so now, Winnie, you got to move, sweetheart. Go on. Grab a plate. I don't know where my bench scraper went. Winnie. How the hell with it? We'll deal with it later. All right, so let's grab these three. We'll just pretend I cleaned up. So give it a tap, see how warm it is. You should just slide right off. Oh, there we go. Uno. I think it's going to go off a lot easier that direction. Dos. Now, one of the other things that I like to do is I like to dip the edges, the edges off in the melted chocolate, and then just let it sit. Roll it in whatever. That was warm. Okay, so there we go. Squirks. Let Derek lick the bowl. No, I'm just going to wave them in front of his face, virtual face, and say, look at what I got, and you don't have any. I know I'm bad. Okay, so, oh God, what did I do? Wreck-It Ralph is in the house. Okay, so, look at that. Look at that. Is that cool or is that cool? Whoops. So, sometimes if you have a big bore star tip, you can make it look really pretty. There we go, just like so. And then there's these ones. So this is what happened to the owl. Yeah, Civvy, what's wrong with you? Ding-a-ling. So this is what happened. We ended up with fry bread. This one kind of wanted to be. This one kind of looks like a taco. Oh, I feel like we're looking at clouds here. What's this one look like? That one also looks like a taco. Which is fine. I mean, you know, shit happens, right? So we'll just do that. We'll just treat these like tacos. There we go. Oh, no. All over my hands. Okay, so now we already have the chocolate in there. We got the cherries in there. We can do more chocolate. So we got nuts. We got chocolate. This is kind of a nice little, this could be like a nice little interactive sort of thing where you get a whole bunch of different ones and you have a cannoli bar, like for parties or something, so that they could dip their, you know, get a chocolate fountain if you want even. And you can, yeah, I got 2 tacos here. These are tacos. This was intentional, right? Right? Yeah. So if you were to do a cannoli bar where you have a whole bunch of just basic bitch cannolis, you know, don't put the chocolate chips in there, don't put the cherries in there, don't put any fillings in there. Have all these little bowls where they could just go along and say, oh, well, I want some of this on one and I want some of this on the other. Look at that. They could have their own little interactive dessert bar. Just like so, and just like so. And I'm just going to do one with chocolate chips. Do you want hazelnuts? No? Okay. So Timmy, no nuts. So there's one for him. And then for these unintentional tacos, we'll just sprinkle some chocolate chips in there. You can even, you know, have some little sauces or something. So if you wanted to just do tacos, you just,
made 5 for you and 1.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it. Well, I'll make some more. We'll just scrape it off. It's no big deal. I didn't put it in the filling. So, there you go. Just like so. Where's the camera? And there we have it. Never had a cannoli in my life, but it looks so wrong. The white cream pushed into a hole. Yes. Viper. You silly man. So, that was fun. Yeah, they are straight from heaven. Even the tacos. You want a taco, honey? No? Oh, see. There we go.
You have to be on that camera.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh.
You gotta tell me what you're doing.
Oh.
It's out of focus.
It's out of focus? Okay, so see how nice and fluffy that is? They just break apart nicely. These could have been a little thinner, but oh gosh, you can taste the marsala. Oh, like I said, you can do Grand Marnier. Oh, so good. All right. You're missing out, man. So, it is getting to be that time. Munchie Mafia. I'm so glad that you all were able to join me. And it's been an incredible week. I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you coming here and hanging out in my kitchen. So remember, Munchie Mafia. Oh, also, the onesie women. It was so nice to see you all in chat today in Derek's. So go, onesie women. But anyway, cook with love and eat with passion. Have a good night. Love you.